What's going on, guys? Tomcat here, and today I'm bringing you guys another GTA 5 car build. Now, this is a car that has been very highly requested in the comments of some previous videos, and it is the Super Diamond, aka the Rolls-Royce Phantom, or, well, it could either be, well, I was thinking it could be other models, maybe the Ghost, but it's the Phantom. It's the Phantom. If you look at it and then you look at pictures of the Phantom, that's what this car is, really. So what I had in mind for the build was obviously to get the usual things done, like the suspension, the engine, the turbo, that sort of thing, so I could boost up the power. But I didn't want to go overboard on the visual modifications because I kind of wanted to keep the car looking classy, if you know what I mean. Like, because, I mean, after all, for what it is, it's a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and you really want to keep that classy look, you know what I mean? You don't want to go, I mean, at least me personally, I wouldn't go overboard on customization on something like a Rolls-Royce Phantom. You want to keep that classy look, you know? It depends really on what you have, on what kind of car you have, because there are some cars that I'm totally fine with going crazy overboard on the customizations for, and there are other cars where I'd prefer to kind of take a little bit more of a conservative approach, like I did with this car. And honestly, I think I considered going with chrome, you know, doing a full-on chrome wrap, but then I decided to just go with with this really nice matte midnight purple. I think it looks really good. I think it suits the car well. I think it's a really nice color. It's got that, it just keeps that classiness to the car, and I think that's something that I really wanted to have in this car. And when I built it, I was like, I'm gonna keep this car nice. That's the thing that I was keeping in mind when I built this thing, is I'm gonna keep this thing nice. So the first thing you need to know about driving this thing with full power with slidey cars is the fact that it's a boat. It really is. It will slide all over the place. This thing is like drifting this is like driving a massive boat. It's slow, but it will slide everywhere. Absolutely everywhere, guys. It is probably the easiest car in the game to slide, just because of its immense weight and also its long wheelbase. But I mean, forget the wheelbase for a second and just think about the weight. This thing weighs so much. It is so heavy, but that actually helps it. To be honest with you, that actually helps it, and it almost adds this interesting characteristic to the car that you don't get in other cars in the game. It's really fun because it's this big, heavy behemoth of a machine that you're trying to slide, or, you know, you're trying to drift it, you're trying to slide it. And the odd thing about it is that it kind of works. It really does. It kind of works. You wouldn't expect it to, but it actually does. Even though it drifts really slowly, this is some of the slowest drifting you'll ever do in GTA, but honestly, it works. It really does. And for that reason, I was amazed with this car. I was really amazed with this car because, you know, it looks incredible. It looks incredible, and it looks even more incredible when you've got it sideways. It's just one of those cars that's so cool to drift, because number one, because not many people would think of drifting it, and number two, who doesn't want to drift an uber luxury sedan? It's just something that you don't see every day, and just one of those things that is really cool. And I like to build cars and drift cars that you wouldn't see every day, you know, cars that aren't exactly super common to see drifting, and this is definitely one of them. Now, we're back at that section that I've been using in my past, or in my two previous drift build videos with the GTR and the Viper, and I really like using this section for just testing the car out after obviously driving here, and testing it out on the way. And this stupid FJ got in my way. I was very mad at it. But this car actually is decently controllable. When you're going around these corners, it's decently controllable. It's not just, you know, this big wallowy thing. I know it's still very boat-like and it's still very heavy, but it's not as like wallowy as you might think it would be. Yes, it is kind of, it floats around on the road, but if you really spend some time with it, you can really learn how to control it, which actually leads to some pretty interesting moments, because when you throw this thing into a corner, you're not expecting it to stay sideways like that. You just aren't, and it does it. It's really, really responsive, and really, it does what you want it to do. It really does. And right here, I went off the side, and I was like, I am not gonna lose this. I am not gonna lose it. And it kept going. It kept drifting it kept drifting in the dirt, and then just recovered back onto the road. And I was really, really impressed with the amount of control that this thing has is awesome. It really, really, really is. And if you guys haven't built one of these yet, you need to go try it out, because it's super fun car to use, to build. You have a ton of options that you can use to customize this thing. I won't even get into all the options, because there are so many options that you have when customizing this thing, but I definitely highly recommend that you guys give this car a try. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a like. Tell me in the comment section below what you thought of it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And if you want to know what song I used and check out the guy who made it, there will be a link in the description below as well. And I'll leave you guys off with a nice little fail. So I will see you guys later.